I'm Patrick McBride. I'm Director of Development for Harvest Restaurant Holdings. So Harvest started working with Tono on a renovation for Glen Mills, which ended up, we didn't do that, but we started to expand a little. There was a project in Sea Isle that Dave and Charlie worked on, again, before COVID. That didn't happen, but then we had the opportunity to open Collegeville, and we jumped on the chance to work with Tono there. We worked with them at North Wales and then moved into Monterey, so multiple projects.
Hi, my name is Sean O'Mara. I'm the operating partner here at Monterey Prime American Grill. So the vibe is very wonderfully comfortable. There is no pretense as you come in, but it is on a higher level. You're very guest-centric and hospitality-driven forward.
So the Monterey Grill was inspired to be a California concept, basically from our owner. He is a chiropractor, has a lot of health focuses, and he's always wanted to make like that West Coast healthy cuisine. The thought of Monterey to him brings a really high-end sort of feeling, plus with that health. And we were able to create that concept by working with him and with Tono. So when creating Monterey Grill, we really wanted to take our Harvest brand and really just bring it up a couple notches. We worked with Tono on 2 previous Harvest locations. So we thought, okay, you understand our concept, you understand our brand. What can we do to take our materials and just elevate the experience for the guest? We want to bring in like higher end tiles, higher end fabrics, and just a more luxurious feel. And we work with them, and they brought a whole bunch of samples and ideas to us. And we were able to look at mood boards and things and to say, okay, this is making us feel that luxury. We like to have multiple dining experiences for our guests. So we have a bar area that's very important to have a lot of energy. It's not just a place to go get drinks. You got to get served a full meal, and you need to have that connection with the bartender. We also have a private dining area, and we have the dining. So we worked with Tono to create those 3 spaces, and we said they need to be, they need to have their own individuality, but they need to also be cohesive.
It's very open space. So you have the high ceilings, you have the wonderful lighting, but it's not too dark or dim, which you would normally get in a particularly steakhouse or something that's going to be on the higher end. So the flow of the restaurant really works well because it has that open space. So people feel free, airy, with the beautiful lighting that we have that's coming in with the natural light also gives that nice, relaxing feel.
So Monterey Grill is located in a hotel, and it has 2 beautiful outside spaces. The problem is one is next to a road and one is next to another hotel. So we brought this complex problem to Tono and said, what do we do to separate this out and make you feel luxurious, feel secluded, feel part of Monterey while still being outside? Like, we don't want to enclose it all because then you're not outside. So they brought us some really cool materials we had never worked with to sort of separate us without completely secluding, still feeling like outside. They worked on a landscape design together, and we really, tried to keep the elements of the exterior, but yet part of the restaurant.
So the efficiency and the functionality of the restaurant, and what the architecture really had to do with this and the flow, is that everyone feels comfortable when they walk in. It's an open space, it's an open air area. People don't feel confined or restricted at all. With the natural light that's coming in, it's just a wonderful additive to exactly what we have going on, and commending to the actual restaurant itself. I think the design aids to exactly what our culture is, which is very hospitality centric, and also giving it a wonderful and cool vibe in which you come into. So you don't have that pretense in an older kind of steakhouse or restaurant where it is that, higher end. You don't feel that. You feel that higher end, but it's also kind of nuevo into what that is going to be kind of moving and aiding towards.
So for Harvest and for Monterey, we were able to collaborate very well with Tono, specifically with Charlie here in Westchester. We're located a few, steps away really from her. We're able to go to her office and she can come to ours. We do video calls, but there's a really quick return time when working with the office. So I can have an idea, I send her something, or I'll snap a picture and text it to her, and they kind of come right back. So we're able to work with her to work through any design elements or problems that might occur.
So Tono, we've been working with for a long time. We also have a sister restaurant, which is also Harvest Seasonal Grill and Wine Bar. We've been working with them for many years. They are efficient. They go through each and every strategic planning very well. If something doesn't work, they're also able to pivot. As we all know, some things also need to kind of get dialed back in as you're doing the construction, but they've been a wonderful partner to work with, and I feel that we can be happy to work with them in other avenues as well. So Tono has been an absolute pleasure to work with strategically and everything that could kind of come into play and any changes that need to be made. They're very concise. They make sure that each and everything needs to be done as to plan, and working with the contractors on the actual build out. They're very open to giving and lending their expertise and professionalism. So it's been a pleasure to work with them, and we look forward to working with them in other projects that we have in the future.
So we're really hopeful that some of the design elements that we brought into Monterey can impact future Monterey, future Harvest, or future other concepts that we create. We feel that we were able to bring in natural elements, higher end elements, really to make the guests feel really welcome, but also, you know, like they're special, which is important because they are. So we're hoping that we can learn some of the things we learned with lighting, fireplaces, kind of dividing the center of the room, all that stuff we hope we're able to bring into future concepts.